Hello again, it's Greg here again. Just thought I'd go through a couple of other cars as well to see what everybody thinks. Now this car's a bit of a weird one for me in that whenever I've had nice fast sports cars, I've always felt a little bit odd about them insofar as a modern sports car is generally too fast for the road. That's something that really I've always found whenever I've had anything quick. You find that, give it a squirt in 2 or 3 gears and you're deep into license losing territory. So actually you find yourself just poddling around in them too slow, not making the most of them, and you just feel like a total fraud. My last car that I had that was of this type, I'm not sure if I brought it to a meet or not, it was the BMW i8, which is the electric hybrid. So they've got a 3-cylinder heavily turbocharged engine and an electric power plant as well. That was a good car. Again, I used to level all of those things at it. It's too fast, too competent. You're doing far too quick before you actually start enjoying the car, and you find yourself, a bit perturbed by it. So I got rid of that and went back to the MX-5 that I've just put a video up about, and I was really enjoying it. But then I did find myself, missing having something that was actually a bit more of an occasion. So I went out and got this, which is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Again, it's the new shape. Lovely car. I really like it. It's got the engine out of the AMG Mercedes, so it's the 4-litre twin turbo V8, just over 500 horsepower. So it's got plenty of power, for any situation that you might find yourself in. I like it as much as anything else. It's just so very British, and I've got a lot of friends that work over at Aston Martin, and I feel it's important that you try and support them where possible, and support British industry and what have you. So if you're going to spend a chunk of money on a car, it might as well be British, hadn't it? You can tell we've got the Range Rover as well. So I do my bit with British industry. But no, it's an absolutely lovely car. I really like it. Obviously it's got performance to spare. I think it's lovely looking. I'm maybe less convinced about the front end. I think they could do with having a slightly smaller bonnet on it, because what it's got is this massive clamshell. So it starts from here and it goes all over the top and to the same point the other side. So it's this enormous great bonnet, which leaves it looking a bit sort of like a bit of a whale or something on the front. It just seems extraordinarily wide on the front. I meant to stand quite a long way back from it. So I think if they put a bonnet split, somewhere down here, and in the normal place you would expect a bonnet, I think that might sort of visually open the car up a little bit. But that's a small criticism really. I really like the car. I mean, obviously you don't buy anything like this for economy. It's absolutely horrible on fuel. If it does 10, 12 to the gallon, it's as much as. It's absolutely horrible on fuel. It just gurgles through it. But you don't buy these things for fuel economy. One of the things, I'm going to have a little quiz, see if anybody can guess, because I'd be really surprised if anyone did guess. It's got some damage on this car. You may not have seen it from these distant shots, but I'll get up a bit close, see if anyone can guess what the damage is from. So let me show you. So you've got all of this here, all of this is damaged, all down here is damaged. You can see all across this header rail here, it's all sort of damaged and everything's perished away. All the rubber down here into here, can you see how this is all sort of like niggly and perished and damaged? Again, look inside the interior, you can see, look all on these quarter lights here, terrible condition. Down here, look, there's holes all in this area here. There's the interior in case anybody's interested. I've got it in a very fetching shade of Liberace red and black. Looks like a tart's boudoir in there, but I do like it. It's very shiny. It's got lots of optional extras on it, but I think it's a really special place to sit when you're inside it. Lovely car. So it's got all of that, all of these bits of damage here. Can anyone guess what it is? What's caused all of this? So basically, front and rear screen, you can see all these marks all up here on all the rubbers. They're all perished, they're all wrecked, and so I'm going to have the front screen replaced, the rear screen replaced, 2 side screens replaced. The roof has got to come off so that these here can be reset. It's an absolute nightmare. It's going to be a rather expensive lesson. So in the comments below, I want to see what everybody's guess is as to what's caused all of that damage, and I will reveal all. So yeah, just a bit of fun. Again, I know it's another modern car, but yeah, I imagine some people are interested in seeing it. One of the things that I do like about the car, the thing I like about it the most, I think, is the noise. In fact, I'll give it a little start up, see what everybody thinks, because it has got a lovely burble to it. So lovely burble to it. I'm not going to rev it because it's not the right thing to do, but it sounds absolutely lovely when you're going along. And it's a car that, even though I can't use a fraction of its performance, it's still, you know, a very worthwhile car to have around the place, and I like it a lot. So obviously, any comments that anybody has, you know, down the bottom.